According to our tradition, the mother, the person, the female that feeds a child out of her body, out of her bosom, the person who gives birth to that child, the person who feeds that child as he grows, the wife of the teacher, the wife of the Ishmael, the wife of the father, should there be a second wife or stepmother, the daughter that feeds the younger brother or the younger sister, the pregnant daughter of that family, the elder sister, the wife of a son, the mother of the wife, the mother-in-law, etc. These are all forms of mothers. Only for that reason, when a person is addressing these people, when you look to the sister of your mother or your father, your mother's sister in particular, these people are addressed as Ma. These people are all considered to be mothers according to our tradition. And as a result, O Nandi, today I forgive you for the transgression against my mother. Never call them unfit. Whether a person is great, whether a person is mediocre, or a person be base, that mother is that person who can house that energy within her and harbor that love for that child, regardless of what mistakes, what stumbling blocks that child makes. That mother is that person that will be able to handle all of this weight, all of this duty, and she does this on her knee without any teachings. He says that a person has to learn the science of everything. You have guru, you have somebody to instruct you on everything. But who teaches a mother only to issue milk from her body? Who says that this is how you do that? He says, blessed is the soul that has the love for an entity so much that from her body the milk starts to run free. He says, O Nandi, I am that orphan that is born into the bush. When I had sense, I didn't know who my father, who my mother was. But these women, finding me, abandoned as it were, they had that love, that adoration, that care to take me and to feed me. They did not study my limitations, and as a result gave me sixfold the love a normal child gets. O Nandi, may you never ever make a mistake to ill speak my mother again. Prince of Adi Shakti Mata ki. Kartik, after speaking this, his brother, in this way. He agrees to go to look for Mahadeva. He agrees to go home to Kailash Parvat. And he has to tell the Kritika, he has to tell them what is going to happen. Let's hear what happens when he goes and he addresses his parents, his mothers, his 6 sisters. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Everybody, let's stop and sing. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Says, Mom, I've gotten the opportunity to go to Kailash Parvat. Lord Shiva sent for me. He had described the true nature of my birth. And with 6 mothers, they started crying. They started to grieve about what did they do to be separated from the child like this. And they hold on to him. They started to kiss him. And he says, Mother, don't be afraid. Birth and death in this universe, good and bad in this universe, meeting and separating in this universe are the hands of destiny. Destiny which is guided by the twinkling of the eyes of Krishna. This is why so many people worship him, Uma. He is the one who is playing the divine wheel, spinning the divine wheel of destiny. He is the one who can make it. He is the one who can destroy it. He is the one who is really in control. Shed, put aside all these tears for me and pray to Govinda. Pray to that one who can give mukti, who can remove fear. The one who can give bliss. He is the true leader. He is the true boss. Ma, don't cry. Being reassured various times by Kartik, he bows to his mother. And as he's preparing to board the chariot of Vishwakarma, garlands of parijat flowers are placed upon him. And as he's about to move, the heart of the Kritika, they break again and they start to wail. They start to cry. And Kartik says, may you come with me. Don't stay behind. May you come with me. And as they are about to move, they start to cry again. He says, come man, come. And pulls them up onto the chariot and they begin their journey towards Kailash Parvat. And whilst they are moving, Onara, conversation between mother and son. And here, the son, he starts to educate them about different Griha Sutra, about how children are made for different purpose. He starts to give them divine knowledge about how the mind mentality of children are selected for different purpose. For this reason, he is telling them, Mother, I was created to fight the battle of Taradatu that is coming. This is my purpose. This was written long before. Therefore, may you please, Shanti, may you calm down. All of this has to happen. Prem Sabalabin Ravan Bihari Lalaki. Many people do not know about what he is talking about. But the Briha Sutra, when you look at the sanskaras that are being done, the other night we mentioned that when the girl is pregnant, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, there are prayers to be done to develop the mentality, the mind of the child. Let's go one step further. Have you ever heard that in our dharma there is prayer, there is metta when copulation, when impregnation is about to occur, so that the parents that are about to have children will be able to control or at least apply, pray for the type of child that they would like to have. This Garbhadhana ceremony deals with a lengthy reading from the Parashat Briha Sutra, and just the Garbhadhana Sanskar ceremony, or the ceremony associated with conceiving. There are rules in our books, there are rules in our texts that describe the husband and a wife when copulation show for children, and in particular different type of children, what should be done and when should fertilization take place. And why am I reading this? Because there are many people that are having problems with children or having problems to have children, and they don't know that in our text there's a science of how to have a boy child and a science of how to have a girl child. As I just read a small excerpt out of this, please listen. For the person that would like to have a son, remember we are talking about the nights in the Hindu calendar which are reflected of the lunar calendar, from new moon to full moon to new moon. Husband and wife, for the person that would like to have a son, they come together. Should they come together on the fourth night after the new moon, and a son is born on the even nights, not the odd nights, meaning the first day is odd, the second day is even, third day is odd, fourth day is even. Everybody please understand. That child that is going to be born from that copulation is going to be sickly, shortly. The child that will be born from the 6th night, the son will have an average lifespan. The son that will come from the 8th night, when husband and wife come together, a powerful son, very able and capable to become very affluent, very rich without much effort. The child that will be formed from the 10th night after the new moon, that son will be very clever. If taught, if impacted upon properly, he could become a great politician, but if influenced negatively, he could become a great criminal. The son that is formed from the 12th night, he is born with great qualities. The son that is formed from the 14th night, he is born with supreme qualities. And when there is a 16th night, depending on how the moon should run, if they come together and a child is produced from that night, the 16th night after the moon, that son is going to be perfect. Perfect health, perfect looks, perfect ways, etc. For the person that wants to have a girl child, you come together as husband and wife on the odd days after the moon. The first night, the third night after the moon, that girl child, her body will be riddled with disease. The 5th night after the moon, that girl child will have problems to have children. The 7th night, that girl child is going to have problems with her womb, with her uterus. The 9th night, that daughter is going to be very powerful. She will be a great writer, a great reader, a great speaker. The 11th night, that girl child is going to be filled with bad characteristics. She will have loose ways, no limit to her scandalous behavior. The 3rd night, that daughter will bring children that have excellent qualities and will also have excellent qualities. And on the 15th night, that child will be blessed with happy marriage, general good luck, blessed with a gold spoon in her mouth, as it were. She would be like a Lakshmi coming into the home, into her husband's home, and wherever she is, whatever she engages herself in, she will bring happiness. Prem Subal Bindravan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Further to this, in the section where we pray, when parents wish to come together to have these children, earlier in the day, different type of havan will be done. What is the havan? Different mantras. For example, the 6th mantra, Prabhu in the form of the Ashwin Kumar, the divine doctors, the heavenly doctors, may you allow this woman, this wife of mine, to become pregnant, for her body to be resplendent. May you allow purity and energy to reside within her, and allow her body to grow for these 9 months for the benefit of children. Swaha. There are various mantras that are used for the protection in that first trimester, for the critical period of the pregnancy, for the safety of that child within and the mother as a result. Certain practices of not crossing certain things, not eating certain things, not drinking certain things that are believed to cause miscarriage are also found in this section. But there are prayers that are recited in this section where you pray for the mindset. You remember the first night discourse where I said Parvati Mata was praying to Krishna for a son that had his ways. Please listen to that prayer, or one of the prayers, where a person is chanting to have good progeny or good children. Everybody clasp their hands. This is a prayer for Lord Krishna. For the person that has a child, has children already, pray for their well-being. For the person that would like to have children, the person that would one day like to reach to that point, please concentrate your mind. Om Devaki Sutta Govinda Vasudeva Jagatpate Dehi me tanayam Krishna Tvamaham Sharanam Yataha. Prince Govindra Bandhari Lal Ki Jai. O son of Devaki, O Govind, O Vasudev, Lord of this universe, may you give me a son like you. Today I take refuge in you. O Krishna, may you please answer my call, may you please answer my prayer. Everybody, the sanskar of conception, of conceiving, it is given to pundits in different books. But tonight, this last prayer, I would like you to know that I'm reading from the Kashika Patra, the English Patra. And if you would like to read it, has made it in such a way. Ashwini Raghunanan by the Lord Jesus wrote this book for everybody to read. And for the young couple that is too ashamed, and I'm saying this openly on the radio, too ashamed to approach their pundit and say, I would like to have a son, I'd like to have a daughter. It's here for you. And if you don't understand it, well, very simply speak to your pundit. Personally, I have that relationship with my godchildren where you explain to them the prayers for everything. Just as you explain for wedding and funeral, for christening, for all these young people need to know the prayers and the type of children. What did I do? What did I do? Therefore, I encourage those of you listening home, talk to your pundit when going along this line and plan properly to have the right type of children to fit your need. Kartik says, Mother, I was created for the purpose of battle. I am very aware of the art of fighting. Mother, I am very versed in the laws of Dharma. And when, as he expounded the conceiving the laws of conceiving, what type of children, what type of traits they will have. As he described this to the critical, he said, may you govern the science, and when women pray to you, when prayer is given to you, O mother, O mothers, may you help them. When do we pray to these 6 ladies? You know, there's a concept, Narayan's coming up just now. And for some reason, people like to think that there's Saraswati and Lakshmi and Devi Durga involved in this. And just to touch on that, I would like to clarify that when you listen to Devi Bhagavad Katha, you will see that Saraswati Mata being the wife of Brahma and Lakshmi Mata being the consort of Lord Vishnu, when they faced Mahisasura, and the energy of their bodies had to come together to form what is called Adi Shakti or Durga, the light of Lakshmi, light of Saraswati also came together. When you celebrate Navaratam, you are celebrating 9 nights of battle. And when you look at Durga Mata with all those weapons, she was ready for you. But please look at your Saraswati Putya. Please look at your Lakshmi Putya, and you will see there are no weapons. In fact, Lord Vishnu says, how, O Brahma, can I send Lakshmi with her frail nature, with her soft nature? She has never entered into a battlefield. How could I send her into that? And it needed to create somebody with more energy than all that existed at that time. And Lakshmi and Saraswati contributed to the formation. In fact, when you listen to that discourse, the rings that she wears on her fingers were given by Saraswati. And the touring that Durga Mata wears is given by Lakshmi Mata. Therefore, Durga Mata or Adi Shakti is more than all of them combined. She is raw power. So when Navaratri comes, they celebrate the 9 nights that Devi Durga fought on that battlefield. Because if you go 3 nights Saraswati, 3 nights Lakshmi, 3 nights Durga, tell me where Kali Mata comes in. Where does she fit? Because there is one discourse that deals, I believe, on the 5th or the 6th night, where Kali Mata has to take form. And this information is a little confusing. It is 9 nights of Durga worship. And on the 4th night, in South India, they celebrate it on the 6th night, because of the 6 heads. On the 4th night or the 6th night, depending, you will hear Skan Mata Puja. Skan Mata is this critical, or the mother of Skan Devta or Kartik. Her puja is done. And when people do puja for her, whilst worship to Adi Shakti is being done, they are asking, may you please, just as you cared for your son, I cannot have children. My womb is not holding the fetus. I am constantly having miscarriage. When the child is fertilized in egg form, it is being stuck in the fallopian tube, to use the English word, and I have to cancel that pregnancy as I'm going to die. I am not becoming pregnant, may you please help me. Oh, Skan Mata. And Kartik placed his mother on that position, that pedestal. Principle of Adi Shakti Mata ki. The 6th head form of Kartik, he arrives in Kailash Parvat, and Brahmadev, he does the Yagna ceremony, and Maria Baba, the father of this child, he lowers, he's witnessed as the lowering of that Janu string is placed upon his son. Gayatri mantra, chanting of Vedas, all of these things are chanted. Krishna mantra, Krishna moon mantra is chanted for the removal of evil, destruction of one's enemies. O Kartik, may you be successful in all your endeavors. Kamdev teaches him the Kam Shastra. Savitri Devi, she gives him the Vardhan of the Siddhi Vidya, or the knowledge of all the different devatas who will give what blessing to an individual. Saraswati Mata blesses this child with good fortune. Lakshmi Mata blesses this child with great fortune. Megha Devi of the Sodas Matrika, or these 12 forms of Durga Mata, blesses him with the ability to have endless an endless form or endless character of forgiveness. He has forbearance. And Brahma makes a statement that, O Kartik, we wish to get you married. Before you take up your duties for son, we would like to get you married. Let's hear what Brahma does in this verse. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharna. 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 Shankar Pranam Haridhasa. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharna. Everybody. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharna. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharna. Jai Ram Sada Shiva Tab Sharna. Jai Ram Sada Shiva Tab Sharna. Kamate sarva Puri Shankara Pushti Sadam Vivaha Ganesha Mahapunya Vishwanate Akile Kainath Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharna. Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharna. Brahma says, because you are the one who have dealt with the art of conceiving, O son of Shiva, because of this speech that you have given to the Kritika, or Skanmat as they will be called. You are so knowledgeable about making children, the wisdom, and you are so willing to give this to everyone. I would like to get you married to that one that is called Dev Sena. Her other name, Shashi Devi. She is the goddess of children, O Kumar Kartikeya, and she is going to be your consort. To pause for a moment, many people don't understand Shashti Puja, the history behind it. First of all, at one point, Vasishtha Muni was doing japa according to Devi Bhagavad Purana, and whilst he was praying to Adi Shakti Mata, that unseen Devi, he says, Mother, may you bless me with that undying devotion And if my devotion should dwindle, should it drop, Mother, may you pull me up, may you do something and bring back that devotion. When things go good, oh Mother, I might be complacent, I might be happy, I might be so joyous, I might drop in my prayer. May you help me. Devi Ma takes form in front of me. And she says, oh Muni, I am so happy with your prayer that I will take form that will cause problems in your life. I will bring trouble into your life. May you so be blessed. And Precious Muni now, very confused. He says, Ma, but I didn't pray for problem. Ma, I didn't ask for trouble. Mother, I'm asking for blessing, but you are giving me punishment. She says, son, didn't you ask for your devotion to be pulled up? He says, yes, ma'am. He says, well, son, when things are too good for some people, they don't pray. There will be no need. It is only when people have difficulty. It is only when some people have difficulty until they reach that level of devotion where they do not need any instigation to pray. But for the general person, I will give little hints. I will give little nudges in their life via these forms, the cause or to initiate prayer. Devi Ma took 16 forms, which is referred to as Sodas Matrika Puja, or 16 Matrika, or 16 forms. That when their prayer is done, problems are eliminated, problems are moved away. Have you ever done this prayer? Are you familiar with this prayer? Yes, you are familiar with this prayer. This is part of the prayer that we do before wedding. This is part of the prayer that we do before Yagna. When Nandi Mokshra is being done, this prayer is done too. But also, have you ever heard when Bhandara Day, when 1 year, when 6 months, these prayers are being done? We are asking the Gita part section to ask for protection of the family. You are doing Christian Puja, but you are asking that everything in the home, the food, the finance, the marriage, the children, the health of that home, let it be well. The reason that is said is because in addition to Lord Krishna being on that Vedi, and you know, we have the outside Vedi, the long Vedi where the fingers are placed, and the inside puja, where inside the home usually, where that is going on, these 16 meals are placed here. And so Hari with sweet rice is given to them. Devsena is one form of the 16. That if she is unhappy with your home, one, you're going to have problems with young children. Countless miscarriage. And if the children are born, endless sickness. They're always sick at a young age. Another form, Savitri, is that one that causes a marriage to fall apart. She's the one that causes arguments in the home and can even go as far as to be the cause of subsequent death of her husband. She is the widow maker. There are forms that will cause hunger in a home. What we locally call bhargat. There is a form that takes away the blessings of the money of the home. There is a form that takes away the job or the livelihood of a person in a home. And when these devatas, when these devis are offered this prayer, the problems that they can cause in different facets of our lives, whether in the marriage, whether with the children, whether with the job, whether with money, in whatever form, when she's happy, when she's shanti, things in the home, they become better and better. For this reason, their worship are done. This is the same reason we have that 64 flag in that triangle. We do it, but we don't know why we do it. This 64 is the one that causes, if they are not happy, the food will run out, the parasad will run out. People will come and they will be disrespected in the Keshava. People will fall ill, someone might die. Different things will happen to disrupt the prayer. And believe me, after years of doing Yagna, I am sure everybody in this mandir, and those of you listening wherever you go, in different manner. People are tested whenever Yagna is going on. Something will happen, something will go wrong to see what you will do. And the ladies in the kitchen, they know when it is time to share that food, make sure you offer some in the fire. Make sure some of the prasad is offered into the fire. Before the year begins, food and water is offered to Kushtras. That dear Lord, if there's anybody in need of assistance in the form of a loose soul, loose spirit, however you want to call it, before this Yagna begins, before the decoration begins, may you please make sure everybody is happy. Help all these souls in this village, by and large, and give them the shanti and the peace so that we can proceed with our prayer. When the leaves that are being tied to add to the prettiness of this Yagna, prayers are being uttered, may they also guard this Yagna from the effects of negative people, from people that have base attitude and very low motives. Prem Shri Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Brahma says, Shashti will be your wife. And for everybody that is listening, remember, when is Shashti worship? When you listen to Devi Bhagavad Puran, and Shashti Devi is described, she is that form that takes care of the child whilst it is within the womb. And when the child is now born, her worship, and I'm sure everybody did it in some ways, but we don't realize it. In the Shashti Puja, in the 8-month ceremony, after the baby part for the father to be and the content is completed, the significant step in that prayer, the boy's parent, the mother in particular, takes the girl child one side, and the ladies, the mothers, those that have children, they lift the covering and the top of the belly, this arati, to welcome this child that is about to join their lineage. They arati not only the child, but the form of mother that is sitting in that belly. Mother, may you allow her to go from 8 months to 9 months without difficulty. May you allow the mantra's call. Mother, may you allow that lung, that breathing function to be formed, to be created properly, so that this child will not have breathing related problems or any difficulty in birth. And mother, may you allow the mother, the biological mother, the girl that is having this child, may you allow her to be able to recuperate from the delivery process. After the child is being delivered, after the child has been born, we have certain procedures on the 6th day. And people call the 6th day Chhattis, but the proper name that is supposed to be used is Shashti, or the 6th day. Shashti Devi Puja is done, and they go into the corner in the bedroom where the mother is recuperating, and different offerings are made to mother in thank you, in gratitude for this child that has been born. But the mother, we still need your help, because the first prayer for this baby, the hole is not clean yet, and the first prayer to protect this child has not been done yet. Mother, until this child could speak, may you please allow this child to be protected. May you guard this child and remove any obstacle. May you prevent any negative or loose spirit from interfering with him while he sleeps or she sleeps. May you guard and guide this child. For this reason, for this reason, the Shashti day, or what we call Chhattis, there is no room. There is no room for meat. There is no room for alcohol, because it is Devi worship. And I am sure there are many people here tonight that have heard of all different type of animal, curry and stew alike, being offered on Chhattis. So much that our people who don't know more about it say, you know what, Bharati and Chhattis, as it is locally called, has a lot of alcohol, has a lot of meat, and I don't want that to be associated with my child. I'm not going to do it. Please understand that there are people who don't understand these things in the first place, and as a result have corrupted the practice by introducing meat and liquor. This is not how it is supposed to be done. And it is simply in the simplicity of women doing puja, just and it is similar, very similar to the prayer that we do for Matikuru, where we put down the various man leaves and we put different offerings on it. You will not carry animal life to that praise. And likewise in the corner of the room where we have the kohobar for the wedding day, and we thank Krishna in that pit here. Today I have my children, I'm bringing them to you, O God. My daughter-in-law just reached home, God. I'm going to do havan at the bottom of the kohobar. In the corner of the room, likewise, Shashti Mata she's offered prayer on palm leaves in the corner of that room. For everybody's understanding, please remember this. Principle Adi Shakti Mata ki. His ceremony of his marriage was done, and Kartik left Kailash Parvat. Principle Vrindavan Biharilal ki. As the Katha continued, he becomes the leader of the army for the Devatas. As he did say to his mother, he was born to destroy the unrighteous. And he goes to fight Tarakasur, and he was the one who was able to destroy him. Principal Vapati Mahadeva ki. Arguably, in different texts, it is stated that Kartik did not get married. But according to the pages of this text from Bhagavad Puran, he did get married for the protection of children to that form of Shashti Mata. As havan would be done, before we do our final synopsis, let's do a little chant, let's do a little bhajan. I say I have Sarita here with me tonight from 103. Sitaram. Let's all chant this little guru. It's in your booklet, those of you that have it. At the back of the booklet. Guru Deva, Priya Deva. Sai Deva. Sai Deva, Dhayamaya, Guru Deva, Priya Deva, Sai Deva, Dhayamaya. Vibhuti Sundar Shashank Shekhar, Vibhuti Sundar Shashank Shekhar, Sai Shankar Daya Oh Beloved Satyasai, O beloved Guru, may you always show compassion upon your children. May you always, by the vibhuti, by that fragrant dust, may you always smear upon our body, by the protection and the joy of Sri Ram, the one who is called Goku. May you always bless your children. May you always have mercy upon us, O Guruji. Prem Solo Mahapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. There are many people that are not familiar with this knowledge that I'm talking about when it comes to conception. And I'm only introducing it. There are more things, there are many other facets, other procedures to that. Reading could be done. It's a lengthy text that deals with when you want to have that child that will advance in science, that child that will excel in music, that child that will be born with a particular art of singing, that child that will advance in cooking, that person who could be very calm, that person who will excel as an athlete, that person who can excel in the art of war, as a soldier, in the protective service. Different parents, for whatever reason, their heart desire, maybe to follow the footsteps of the father in various fields. A person can achieve these things when approaching the creation of the children in a proper way. So when a person uses the statement, "You make your children, but you don't make their mind," that is not a truthful statement. As a Hindu, we do not accept that. Maybe you don't know. And this is how you should react to these people. Maybe you don't know how to make the mind of your children. And as Karthik says, even if a person is noble, if a person is foolish, but they are placed into the company of foolish people, or in a place where they are unnoble people, unrighteous people, the best of the best will have a fight to come out from that dirt, come out from that gutter of companies. So maybe we did not know the knowledge to when the different embryos were being made. Agreeable. But parents should know how to, like the critical, like these mothers, how to grow a child. They didn't biologically make the child, but because of their influence, he is who he is when he meets his biological parents. It is not as if he had come back with bad attitude and bad ways. And this part of parenting for many people falls sideways because they do not teach their children. I remember in my days, I went for CXC dinner and A-levels at Princeton, and under the hand of Joe Surgery, retired principal, he always said that I'm growing you all when we were A-levels. He used to come and line with us, and he said my aim, my initiative for you all is to grow you all holistically. You can have time to go to party, you can have time to go to cricket, but make time to pray, make time to do everything in your life. And this is what I do. And in today's world, this is what we need to follow according to our text. We need to bring back our children to our temples, to our mandirs, to our prayers and puja. Not only to get the physical prasad and food, but to get the teachings, the morality and the spirituality that goes with it. Look tonight at our shrotas and see how many young children are seated here. Look at how well dressed they are with their sari and their urni, and look at their appearance and you'll see the example. You'll see where it is coming from. And all I'm saying, especially for those parents at home, everybody has a schedule. Everybody is busy. I'm not saying that. But if we don't make time, you'll never have time. And when problems start to come with your children, you will never know where you're going to go. Prem Solo Ada Shakti Mata Ki. Let's all stand. As we prepare for Arti, as final Havan has been concluded. May you all please come here, ladies. May you please clasp your hands as we pray now. For those of you at home, pray and ask God for the support, ask God for the blessings to remember what we discussed tonight. For the parents that are stretched, those of you here, those of you listening on the radio by 103, locally and foreign, I have a friend, I have a good cousin of mine in Fort Lauderdale, Anil and Natasha. They have 4 wonderful children. And between job and family, they still have these 4 children, well equipped with this Hindu background. Every day is Om Namah Shivaya. And from the youngest to the eldest, they bow to their parents' feet every day. And I congratulate you, I know you're listening. To those parents that are having difficulty, listen to this discourse. It says in the final verse that the person who listens to the Katha of Skanda and his teachings to his brother Nandi, those parents are going to overcome the hurdles that they are seeing in their family. Pray for people who have good children tonight. Practice praying properly. You are happy, thank God for it. But pray for those people that are having problems in their homes with their children. There are some homes, if you correct the child wants to commit suicide. The child threatens to run away. Dear Lord, as we pray tonight, may you touch these parents, may you give them that strength to overcome these hurdles, to reach to the heart and mind. May you inject maturity into these hearts of these children. May they know the gravity of their statements. And may you break them from saying these things. For those young girls that are cutting their wrists for whatever reason, for attention, because of the attention of a boy or somebody, give them the energy, give them the knowledge, give them the love to stop that and stop inflicting pain in their own lives. Dear Lord, as we are preparing to bring down the curtain on this Yagna, all I invited tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we are going to do offerings to you, Ganesh. For the blessings and the benefit of all I invite you to bring fruits, laddu, whatever you have, whatever you can get, flowers. I personally am bringing dhoti and cloth for everybody. Don't worry, I'll have something for you to check out. Just come. 2-3 garbage bags with all dhotis and cloth, and look at it. We'll fill these bags, we'll give them a lot of gifts tomorrow. Come prepared to make offerings somewhere, everybody, who just has to fight here. And we'll go on, and the murti will be moved from where it is now till, and puja will begin at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. Why so early, Baba? Because the murti has to be offered into the water before Surya Narayan Swami comes up. I am not pulling any shortcut. I am not doing anything that is incorrect. The moon for Pitra Baksh is coming in at 7:21 a.m. and our puja is going to be concluded at 6 a.m. We are going to do it well before that sun rises, and everybody is invited to join with us. Join together with us with the worship in the mandir. Join together with us with the yatra towards the river in the Lothian village in British and join us while we lower Ganesh Baba to do the Visarjan for this Murti, for the energy that was called here for this purpose of puja. That will be done on Tuesday morning. All I invite you. Ajam cha Varti Sanyukta Grahina Yojitam Mayam Deepam Rehana Devesham Sarukya Devilapaham Jai Ganesh Jai Ganesh Jai Ganesh Jai this opportunity to sit together. We thank God for the team of people associated with this Skype broadcast, those children that are making it possible, and for those that are still logging on, bear with them. You'll get at least tomorrow night, and whenever the temple has Petra Pakshis coming, we're going to deal with the difference and the prayers of that. For those of you, by the grace of those sponsors that are assisting 103 in doing their duty in broadcasting, not only in the past 2 nights, tonight as well, tomorrow night as well. May God bless their business, these individuals, so that so many people, local and foreign alike, are here and listening on these discourses. To Sham, who is recording for Sankar TV, Mayara Cable, Green Dot Cable, all these various networks that will be broadcasting this Yagna. Prabhu, may you bless them. Dear Lord, if I have never said, as we all pray together, thank you for the children that are in our lives. Prabhu, sometimes they test our patience. Dear God, sometimes they frighten us with sickness, with some of the actions that they do, some of the things that they say. And dear Lord, no matter how old we get, we are somebody's child. And sometimes even our anger and temper causes us to cross the line. Believe me, I'm sometimes guilty of this myself. And collectively, as somebody's child, as everybody's children, let us all pray for forgiveness and ask for Ganesh Baba. Bless our parents because they took care of us. Bless our parents for those that have their parents passed away. Wherever they might be, may they be at peace for having patience with us. And dear Lord, for those parents that are still fighting that good battle, to find the goodness within somebody, to help those children see what they are capable, what their potential really is, may you continue to support them. May you support, Prabhu, those women that have the unfortunate circumstance of being a single parent. Don't forget them, God. Be that shoulder that they need sometimes. Be the strength and the help. Be the ears that they need to speak to sometimes. Bless them and give them the strength to do their duties. Bless those fathers that are single parents. And sometimes they don't know how to speak to their girl children. They don't know how to relate to their boy children. Poor fella. When puberty comes and different type of conversation have to take place, help that father, dear Lord. Help them. With one voice, everybody. Twameva Mata Shavita Twameva Bandhuscha Sava Twameva Vidya Twameva Sarva श्री गणेश भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, पौरपुत्र हनुमान की, श्री आदि शक्ति माता की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, जय सत्य सनातन धर्म की, जय जय सीताराम. सीताराम everybody. सीताराम everybody. May you all please take your seats. May you make yourself comfortable for one last moment. As Arti Panchamrit meals have been prepared, Sunil, who has been assisting the cooking all week as we try something different in the temple because everybody is working. We had meals, healthy meals. Only one day we cooked roti to satisfy those people who want the roti. Someone was cooking a lot today and his meals are being shared tonight. Please accept it as he's offering and the temple is offering very humbly this gift. In addition to tomorrow night, our last reading, 10 nights have gone. Tomorrow night, in addition to everybody being invited to join in the worship, tomorrow night you will not have to worry, even if you're coming from work and you didn't get the opportunity to have something. I'm going to have fruits available. I'm going to have cloth and clothing, different fabric available so that you will have something to share by your murti. Do not worry, please. I'm picking on the leaves. I'm going to have flowers. By the grace of Almighty God, we have now Kaku Ramsing. And this blessed soul, night after night, has been bringing leaves and flowers because nobody has the time. And for the purpose of maintaining our puja, this person has been making sure that the hawan is fed with neem wood, pepper wood, umdungara wood, parijat wood, mango wood, so that the ashes is of a high quality. Tomorrow night when final Ashirvad is being shared and that ashes is going to be placed on your forehead, understand it is just not any type of wood. It is done in such a way to purify and strengthen your body. A person is encouraged to get this tila and keep some of that ashes for your own, keep it in your car, in your wallet, etc. And by his good work and sacrifice, this was possible. And he's going to go again, Ram, on everybody's behalf, thank you. Sham, make sure you get a photograph of that man. I don't do a funeral, I don't do a wedding without him. He's integral. He's going to have flowers and bluegrass and other things here for you. The temple is facilitating worship. And whilst, yes, if you want to bring up, that's not a problem. But for the person that cannot get it, it is here, please come. And join together with us in worship tomorrow night. Again, everybody, until tomorrow night, reach home safe. Praise God.
Gyanapataye Namaha.